The Score is the place for local spring high school sports, and we've got some for you right now. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. By Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone & Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. SBS Carbon Copy in Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Preventative Maintenance, your complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. JDH3 Design at jdh3designs.com, where they can print on just about anything. Valley Beverage, delivering great beverages every day. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Today from the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield, The Score brings you live coverage of boys high school lacrosse this afternoon as the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws are hosting the Gardiner Tigers. Welcome to our broadcast. He is A.J. Knight. I'm Mike Violet, our Score crew. Tyler Rigney running the graphics today on the computer, and Galen Neal is our videographer here. And these two teams both coming in off wins. The Lawrence Winslow combo team, an 11-2 win over the MCI Nokomis combo team. And the Gardiner Tigers with a really good win yesterday. Yeah. This is their second game in a row. The Tigers yesterday beat a very good Oak Hill team, the one that we saw earlier this year against Messalonski. They won 7-4. So both teams coming in with victories. Gardiner's won 3 in a row, and Lawrence Winslow has won 2 of 3.
Yeah, and I think you can't overstate that Oak Hill victory because you talked about we had that game. You can see it always free, centralmainesports.com, Central Maine Sports on YouTube. But when we had that game, it was a game for the score. I don't think was indicative of how close that game was for just about 3+ quarters.
Right.
And both those teams, Oak Hill in Class C, Messalonski in Class B lacrosse?
Yes.
Yeah, are state championship quality teams in my opinion. And Gardiner not only beat them, obviously, which would be a good win, they beat them by really holding them down. I mean, Oak Hill scored 7 to 9 goals. I'm blanking on the final score, but they scored on a Messalonski team that's really good. And that's the thing with this Gardiner team. We know they can score, but their season has kind of gone the way of how well their defense plays, because the magic number, we just had this Gardiner team late last week, still 6 for them.
Yeah.
If an opponent scores more than 6 goals against this Gardiner Tigers team, they've beaten them.
There you go. So the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws having won 2 of 3. We saw them here, a week or 10 days or so ago. I can't remember how long ago it was. And it's a program under Wade Carter that's making progress. They've got a player to watch in Liam Fortin. We watched him really be a force indeed.
Bull in a china shop.
I would call him a power forward.
Yes. Yeah. No, and that's the thing. It'll be interesting to see with this Lawrence Winslow team. He's a premier player and just a sophomore, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so a very good player that is only a sophomore. And against Camden Hills, kind of willed them into that game for about 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But then Fitch Finley had 7 assists that game, and Marshall Barlow had 7 goals that game. They combined, I think, for something like 20 total points. and eventually they were able to pull away.
Yeah, they won 16-8, a deceptive score. As you said, it was a game through 3+ periods.
Yeah, and Fortin, I think, really willed them to that, and I think that's going to be the question against this Gardiner team. Can Fortin, who I expect to play well, can he get some other contributions to help them hang around a Gardiner team that can explode? We saw them drop 19, I think, against Coney.
Yes, and we know how important possession is in this game, and possession so vitally important today for Lawrence Winslow. You want to keep it away from the scorers that the Gardiner Tigers have. Braden Elliott, who is a repeat offender, is our score player of the game. Also, Owen Chadwick, Cody Dingwell, they have 3 players who are as good up front as attackmen as there are.
Yeah, they're really comfortable with their first midfield unit. Braden Elliott, we saw he put on a display against Coney. Stick skills, shooting, running transition, and I think that's emphasized even more what you talk about with possession. Because
keep it away.
One, to keep it away, but two, is we saw Gardiner likes to, I think, test out their matchups early, go one-on-one, see who has a matchup they like. But, man, they're really dangerous in transition. So not only do you have to maintain possession, you got to ride really well, because if they get clear and they are able to create transition, Elliott's deadly finding his teammates or just shooting himself.
Yeah, he does both things. He dishes it off really nice after getting it up the field, or he can be the recipient of said dish and score, or he can simply take it all the way himself. But his buddies up front, Owen Chadwick and also Cody Dingwell, are as deadly up front. And you also got a very, I think, underrated player in Eben Whalen, who you will see out there in the Gardiner black and orange, has number 17. He's also very effective up front.
Yeah, and I'd like to see. I'm curious to see how senior goalie Jake York handles it. We saw against Coney, freshman goaltender who I thought handled himself pretty well, was just peppered by shots constantly in that matchup we just had with the Tigers. But a senior goaltender, I think, hopefully for the Outlaws, can take away some of those outside shots. Specifically, Dingwell really likes to sweep from the top of the box and get his hand free for that drop-down shot. York, as a senior, you expect to be a little bit more comfortable stopping that than as opposed to the freshman Jones for Coney. But again, it's going to be possession. And I think one of the advantages for Lawrence Winslow possibly today, speaking of needing possession, I think I would favor them in the face-off game, which is, of course, a good start to getting possessions going.
Yes, they're very good at that. For sure. It's a warm afternoon, temperature in the low 80s with a light breeze. It's a great afternoon/evening to play. It's also senior night here tonight for the Lawrence Bulldogs, as the Bulldog seniors will be recognized, and the Winslow seniors here will be recognized as well. So we'll take a timeout. We will come back. It's the opening face-off, boys lacrosse, Lawrence Winslow Outlaws, and the Gardiner Tigers, and it's next on The Score.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got
The monkey has prime!
this season, we are hydrated.
The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the
perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Cayman.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School. Lawrence Winslow Outlaws in the white jerseys, and the Gardiner Tigers in the black and orange, and those incredibly eye-catching helmets that they wear. Those are undoubtedly the best helmets in the state. Anyway, out on the field, going through their pregame ritual with the officials.
Yeah, I think there's some truth, just purely speculation. I'll have to see if I can find some coaches to confirm, but this game was moved to a 5 o'clock start specifically for the glare off the Tigers' helmets.
I believe it, man, because that's some heavy-duty glare, that's for sure. Goalies break camp, and down to our left, it's Logan Crowley. Down to our right, Jake York. Today's game is brought to you in part by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Your future starts here. Go to cmcc.edu.
Two senior goalies. Both these teams, as we talk about senior day, super young.
Indeed. Temperature 77 degrees here at game time with a light breeze, and the Gardiner Tigers have it. Off the opening faceoff, ahead it goes to Zach Kristen, who took the draw. And the ball in the circle now at midfield. Gardiner has won 3 straight, and Lawrence Winslow has won 2 of 3. Ahead for the Tigers, it is Braden Elliott. Elliott waiting for a line change. And coming on, Cody Dingwell, 28. Owen Chadwick, 29. There's Eben Whalen, 17. And those are the 4 guys right there who make this Gardiner offense work. And Whalen circles. Kicks it over to the near side. Now back out front. The shot, score! There's a blur right there in the first minute by Cody Dingwell, and it's 1-0 Gardiner.
Just too close. Dingwell picks up the goal on the assist for the Tigers. Give that to, I believe, Nagy.
Asher Nagy?
Quarterback and
of the football
forward,
team.
I believe.
Yeah.
On hockey. Just too easy. Again, you're going to have to communicate defensively. They've got scores, especially that first midfield unit. I think they're very comfortable with their starting 6.
And again, possession so vitally important off the draw. Can Lawrence Winslow get control of the ball? That is such a huge factor in beating this Gardiner Tiger team. And finally, they have possession. This is Caleb Neal. And the ball loose there in the Lawrence zone. Struggle for it.
And
trying to rake it up there is Colton Carter wearing number 9. Now it's lobbed up into the air, scooped ahead by Owen Grant. And now a major battle for it. And coming down with it, Colby Netto. So Lawrence Winslow with it. And so the Outlaws are able to set it up. In front pass wide there of Hunter Curtis. Scoots all the way back and near midfield. It is picked up by Jeremiah McKenzie. McKenzie trying to lean in on Farias. McKenzie over to the right. 1-0 Gardiner. McKenzie takes a move to the net, shoots, and a save is made by Crowley. It was a nice move by McKenzie. And he got a shot off, and that is key.
Yeah, you got to change your shot destination. He went high to high there, so Crowley didn't have to move his stick.
Here's Asher Nagy. Nagy got it ahead. This is Kristen. Kristen swims through a double team. Ball rolls free, picked up by Netto. Netto trying to get away from the pressure there of Dumont, who took a whack at him. And Gardiner comes back with it. Ball loose at midfield, scooped up by Dumont.
Nice job by the long stick midfielder there as he was going out for a substitution, recognized, creates the turnover, then subs out for the offensive midi.
All right, so Dingwell back out there. Whalen comes out. And Gardiner to go on the offense here 1-0. We're just about 3 minutes in. Dingwell Great offensive player. Reverses and a long shot from way out deep by Dumont is wide.
Yeah, it was a nice check there. He wasn't able to follow all the way through, so it goes wide.
Check it was Whalen on the shot, 17, not 11. So Whalen with the miss. Ball out back. This is Elliott.
Oh, nice trail check.
Yes, it was. Knocked right out. Ball loose, scooped up by Dingwell. And so Gardiner retains possession. Tigers with a 1-0 lead. Down low, the sidewinding shot by Elliott is wide. And touching up there is Nagy.
Elliott down that last one dropped his stick as he got by his guy. Good trail check as he was leaving it behind. And there you get the shot fake and he creases his angle, but still wide.
Elliott goes in, tries a grounder. It's blocked. It is loose. Still loose about 10 yards up. The turnaround bid there by Chadwick is high. So Owen Chadwick with his first shot. That went high and wide. It'll be a Lawrence Winslow ball.
Nice chase of the backup. It's always good for defense, right? Because especially if Elliott's starting at X, if he's going to run forward, it's crucial for Lawrence Winslow to get that backup so they can switch the possession.
All right, York runs it up. Pass missed by the long stick there. Trying to scoop it up is Kristen. Comes away with it. Check that. It's 11. Logan Cody. I got to get my numbers straight. Here's Cody. Outside. Waiting for attack people to come on. There's one of them right there, Dingwell.
Gardiner, again, really just plays a lot. Their first midfield unit of Whalen, Dingwell, and
Chadwick.
Chadwick, yes, thank you.
Here is Whalen. Whalen over to Nagy. Nagy back in the middle. Turning, and the drive by Cody is blocked. It's loose. It goes into the air, and York able to come up with it? No. It is Gardiner's ball.
Elliott back behind the cage.
Elliott, a fake. Elliott curls in front, passes it off, and Cody with some improvisation there, and his shot went over the net.
In close, you got to be able to quick stick. That is nice. There's he's drawing the check.
There's a turn and a shot by Elliott. That is wide. So Gardiner piling up shots. This is out on the near side. It'll stay with Gardiner as it's run down by Cody. 1-0 Gardiner on a goal by Dingwell. Came 51 seconds in. We've got just about 7 minutes to go in the first. Whalen fanned on it. Whalen over to Nagy. The cutter, the drive there is wide. That was Chadwick.
I think York might have got a piece of it. We'll see here on the Mid-State Machine replay. Maybe not. Hard to see from that angle. I thought I heard it, but it looked like it went wide.
All right, Gardner ball out back. It's Elliott. Takes it out front. There's a shot and a score. That was Dingwell again.
Yeah, just there. The guy caught ball watching, loses him. Dingwell cuts to the middle again and puts that one in off the Elliott assist.
He is a sniper for sure. Time of the goal, 5:16. So Gardiner with 2 goals from Cody Dingwell, leading 2-0.
And the important thing, like you said, is I think we already got a quick timeout here.
Yeah, timeout on the field. We'll take it to 6:44 to go in the first period. Good start for Gardiner. It's Gardiner 2, Lawrence Winslow nothing. You're watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on the Score.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
It is Cody Dingwell 2, Lawrence Winslow nothing. After the timeout, face-off about to occur at midfield. Colton Carter and Zach Kristen will take it.
I think that conversation, Lawrence, I think trying to pack in, which I can understand, but the problem is you pack in and then you get caught ball watching a Dingwall. Dingwell scoots into the middle and just shoots unencumbered, then defensive strategy is not worth it because you pack in, you're not going to get backup. So Gardner's going to establish possession and get multiple shots as we've seen to start.
All right. Ball down, sticks set. And Carter could not win it. It is picked up by Evan Mishu. Nope, check that 21, Elijah Farias.
That was a nice. Carter won the initial face-up, but a nice recovery by Kristen. He's able to check him.
Elliott to the net. There is the shot. After it was given up there, it stunned me that Asher Nagy turned that shot down, and he passed it over, and the shot went wide. I thought for sure Nagy was going to let it fly.
Yeah, Nagy had the much better angle.
Oh,
he
yeah.
dropped it off to, I don't know who, I didn't see a number, but shooting from a very poor angle.
Might have been Kristen.
I think he might be right.
Who just left. Now on Whalen with it. 2-0 Gardiner. 2 goals by Dingwell. Whalen fires and a save there by York. And it went in on the rebound. So a juicy rebound, and it is 3-0. I did not see who knocked that in.
Take a look at the mid-state replay. Nice save there initially by York, but he gives up the rebound. Picked up by Nagy, who just, hey, look what I found.
So Nagy, who turned down what looked like a surefire goal just seconds before, scores there. Time on the goal, 5:55. So 3-0 Gardiner.
Much like in hockey, rebound control very important.
It sure is. Farias works it up. Braden Elliott.
Halfway through the first year, and Lawrence Winslow has had one stanza into the offensive zone.
Yeah. Possession so important, and they haven't had it. Out deep, Dingwell. Just mulling around there, waiting for help. Whalen comes on.
I think part of that, too, is they want to wait for their offensive middies, but since they played their first line so heavy, they kind of are comfortable taking some patience.
All right, here's Dingwell. Stutter step. Reverses field. Dingwell changes hands. Dingwell to the side. That's always Elliott's spot. He takes a shot, or tried to, when the ball came out.
That was, again, another trail check. He got by, but he drops his stick, and the defender has a nice recovery. Gardiner gets another ground ball, though.
Yep, up top it's Cody. Cody checked. Good play there by Dawson Chapman. And Chapman gets the loose ball. Chapman with the long stick, defended by Nagy. Chapman tiptoes up the sideline and starts the break, and then fanned on the pass. Gets back on it, though. Chapman right there on the sidelines, and then swooping in to get it, Dingwell with a short stick. A little easier for him, and then he got hit. And the ball comes out. Carter tries to come up with it, and does. Carter scoots it back now to Neto. Colby Neto.
I think Chapman might have legitimately punched that out of the stick of the Gardiner players he was going by.
All right, Neto, as he was going out of bounds, he might have been out of bounds. He was, and so it's a turnover. It's going to go to Gardiner.
Gardiner doing a really nice job, especially in the middle of the field, just not making it easy. No, so credit them defensively. Lawrence Winslow, though, I think that's already the third ball we've seen attempted pass and just dropped.
Yep. Got to clean that up.
Yep.
Cannot do that against this quality Gardiner team. All right, lead pass here by Caleb Neal. To the middle. To the right now is Whalen. Whalen now to Nagy. Asher Nagy just scored. He's got one. Dingwell's got the other two. Back to Whalen. Whalen on the pop-out, tried to get it to Cody, did not connect. Loose ball far side. It is Elliott over there, and the ball ends up popping up into the air, works behind the net, and Lawrence Winslow's Jeremiah McKenzie comes away with it. Dangerous pass in the middle, but he completed it to Neto. Neto trying to beat Cody. Stick handles to midfield. He almost got one in the head there.
Nice dodge of the wraparound check.
Here's Neto. Lead pass going to the net was Fortin, and he couldn't get him the pass.
Would have been Fortin one-on-one with Crowley.
And I like my chances there. McKenzie fires and scores! And Lawrence Winslow's on the board.
Great pass there by Fortin. Good recovery is an unsettled situation. Able to find his guy who buries it while Crowley was watching behind the goal.
So McKenzie scores from Fortin. And it's 3-1.
Fortin an assist. Good results. 2 offensive possessions, a goal for Lawrence Winslow. It's just getting it into their offensive zone.
All right, off the face-off, Colton Carter. Lawrence Winslow right back on the attack, but he lost it on the dribble. And that's another mistake you can't make.
Yeah, just another unforced error because I don't even think that was a check. He had it on his inside hand, but I think he just dropped it.
Canaris got it away to the goalkeeper, Crowley. Crowley long lead to midfield, picked off by Chapman. Chapman throws it up to nobody. And it's picked up by Gardiner. Working it out now for the Tigers is Evan Mishu. Mishu lobs it to the middle to Cody. Not a Nagy to the net. Nagy looking for Cody, finds him. Cody's going to lay back and wait for his attackman to come on the field. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. 3-1 Gardiner.
Surprised to see Gardiner not push there. Elliott had a ton of space inside the box.
So the Tigers slow it down, and they'll work the offense now. Here's Whalen. Evan Whalen circles in, shoots a deflection off a shoulder or a head, touching up his Nagy. It'll stay with Gardiner.
Goalie's best friend other than the plumbing.
Yep.
Defenders who catch him.
Take that all day.
I think already the third block shot for the Outlaws.
Elliott turns, shoots. That got deflected. That goes out the back.
And I think you saw a little bit of an adjustment. He's been trail checked twice, so he didn't drop his stick, but then he shorthanded it, so he just didn't get much on it. It was a really spiked bounce.
Nagy to Cody. Cody zigzags, can't find an opening for the shot, lobs it over to Nagy. That was a good pass after that was shut down. That's a good pickoff there by Doug Hillman, and Hillman on the fly. Hillman being chased by Whalen. Hillman takes it all the way, slows down on the sideline, a fake, lobs it up, and it does get through over to Garrett LeClaire. Can LeClaire save it? Can he get it away from Cody? No, and it's flipped over to the goalkeeper, Logan Crowley. Lawrence had a good opportunity there and ended up with no shots.
That was just kind of a panic pass. He just kind of got stuck, and if that's the case, run behind the goal.
Right.
Because as Coach always said when I played in high school, if you're going to turn it over behind Cage so we can get set up defensively.
Right. I think that was an inexperienced move as well. You just can't give the ball up like that. You've got to be more sure on a pass like that, have a guy wide open, and if he is, you've got to put some mustard on it. So instead, it is a turnover. Now a fight for it near midfield there for the Gardiner Tigers, Aiden Parody, number 14. He's fighting for it there with Landon Parker. Ball comes free. Cody trying to drag it ahead, missed it. And Chapman missed it for Lawrence. Now it's right near the sideline, and it's out.
Ooh. York dropped that, but Gardiner went for their defensive change.
York
not a good
played
pass.
it ahead again in a crowd. There was all kinds of black and orange. There's no way that's going to get completed. Kristen loses the ball at midfield, picked up by McKenzie, who's got the Lawrence Winslow goal, or tried to. Now out of the pack, it's LeClaire. Garrett LeClaire, 22 seconds left. LeClaire got a whistle and offsides.
I believe they didn't get a touch in the box. So once they establish possession, you have so much time to get a touch in the box. In the inside box.
So that didn't happen. So 19 seconds left in the period for Gardiner to work with. Evan Mishu is going to fade back and give it to Crowley. Crowley wanting to be careful with it here, and he was not. He threw it away to McKenzie. McKenzie with a burst. McKenzie to the net, falling down, getting hit much of a shot, but a flag is out. And the period will end on that flag, so the second period will begin with Lawrence Winslow a man up. Score after one is Gardiner 3, Lawrence Winslow 1. You are watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
For the safety of you and your family, 201 Tire Battery and Service on Riverside Drive in Vassalboro offers only the best and most reliable tires and batteries, including used batteries for your ride, cars, motorcycles, and more. And tires for everything. Tractors, lawnmowers, your car and truck, custom rims? Yup, of course. Open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 until 5, Friday till 3. Pet friendly with free battery testing and complimentary ice cream. 201 Tire Battery and Service on the Augusta Vassalboro line.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School, ready to go second period. Lawrence, Winslow, and Gardiner. Gardiner on top here 3-1. On 2 goals by Cody Dingwell. Asher Nagy with the other goal. Jeremiah McKenzie has scored for Lawrence Winslow. On the draw, it is won by Gardiner. Aiden Parody lost it, though. And Lawrence Winslow comes away with it. It's Neto. Colby Neto. Drifts to the right. Gets to the net. No angle. Has to circle. Now to the cutter. A sidewinder by Fortin, and he scores. Liam Fortin has a heavy shot, to say the least, and he makes it 3-2.
Can't lose number 10. If you're Gardiner, you cannot lose number 10, and that was a nice job. Neto recognizing, okay, there's no space here, no space. Let me get behind X, or get to X, and pick my head up, and Fortin standing wide open as Gardiner kind of pre-slid. They started their slides, and lose the one player you cannot.
So Fortin from Neto at 26 seconds. It's 3-2. And Colton Carter, nice job on the draw. Can he get it? No, he couldn't scoop it with one hand, still loose. Carter on it there, also trying to get it is Farias. Now raking it out of there for the Tigers is Parody. And Aiden Parody over midfield, that long stick, nice lob up to Elliott. Great move around Davin Baldick. Elliott, man open, it's Cody. Cody lays it over to Nagy, and Nagy scores. Tic-tac-toe. And Gardiner leads 4-2. What a beautiful goal.
That was a really nice set of passing there, and York actually got a piece of that. Just couldn't keep it out of the cage, and Nagy's already got his second.
Some great passing by Gardiner.
And that's what we're talking about, those unsettled situations, especially with Elliott running the point for the Tigers. They are deadly. That's not an easy shot for Nagy either.
No, he was in pretty tight. Off the draw, Kristen. Zach Kristen. Left side for Farias. Farias to Elliott.
And you see there, Elliott gets the...
He got the box.
Got the box touch, which resets the timer. And I think in high school, it's at the ref's discretion. Once they feel like you're just stalling, they'll give you the keep it in warning.
All right, Elliott is just stalling now and has his people out there. Braden Elliott making his move to the net. A grounder, and he scores.
You knew it was only going to be a matter of time with a player of his skill level before he got going, and tons of space there, opens up, and at that range, he's deadly.
So after Lawrence Winslow pulled within one, Gardiner has scored the next two, and they've scored 2 goals here in a matter of, 42 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say 3-1. I think if you're Lawrence Winslow, you're like, we'll take that as a dub for the first quarter, because especially with the way the game opened, and very quickly Gardiner gets 2 back.
That one ends up popping up into the air, and Gardiner able to come away with it. Jacob Bragg. Bragg to the right. That's Nagy. Asher floats over to the side. Now off the bench, it's Dingwell.
Again, Gardiner has their face-off midfielders and then pretty much exclusively runs one offensive set.
Here's Elliott. Elliott to Dingwell. Dingwell fires high, and he missed. And touched up by Nagy.
That's a break there for the Lawrence Winslow team because there's not just one but two contacts of the helmet, which is usually an automatic slash.
Nagy to Chadwick. Chadwick forced wide. Chadwick to Whalen. Whalen a bouncer to Elliott. Elliott weaves. Elliott stops right there to the side to Dingwell. Couldn't handle the pass. York couldn't handle it. Behind the net fighting for it there for Lawrence Winslow is Baldick, but coming away with it, Nagy. Nagy to the net. A high pass looking for Cody. That deflects, and Whalen able to run it down over on the far side.
Cody and Chadwick were both there. I'm not sure which one he was looking for, but Cody knocked it away from Chadwick.
Elliott with it. To the right, reverses to the left, lost an edge, flip pass over to Cody. Like the improvisation there, it just didn't connect. Good idea.
Elliott likes this matchup. They're going to do it again here. There's just not even a ton of space. He's just winning one-on-one.
Elliott flies in and scores. 2 in a row for Braden Elliott, 6-2 Gardiner.
That's just back-to-back, and he slipped on that last one, but they're just isolating him, and he's winning his one-on-one matchup. Lawrence Winslow's going to have to send a double, slide early, something.
Yeah, something different's got to be done because what they're doing now ain't working. So here in the second period, Liam Fortin made it 3-2. And then it's been all Gardiner. 3 goals, Nagy, Elliott, and Elliott.
Yeah, kind of a carbon copy of the first period, right? Just 3 in rapid succession.
Kristen off the draw, wins it. Loose ball now, Carter trying to get it. Kristen right back in the circle there, fighting for it, and Zach comes away with it. Kristen reverses after a hit. Trying to run it away from 19. I don't have a 19 on my Lawrence Winslow roster. There's a helmet off there and a flag down as Zach Kristen got somersaulted and the helmet came off. And Gardiner's going a man up.
They're going to get, I think, for either pushing the back, I'm not sure, or roughing, especially with the helmet popping off. He took a shot. I was to say he was a power cradle, that's for sure. So worth noting, because they scored so fast, Lawrence Winslow went up a man at the end of the first quarter and scored immediately, so they're 1-for-1 on the day. And now 3 in a row here for Gardiner. Now they're about to go up a man as looks like, I believe that is.
I don't have a 19 on my roster. It's 19.
That makes 2 of us.
No, it's not 19 because he's coming back in. Did they pick the flag up? You're going to have to count. Because 19's back in for Lawrence Winslow.
6. 2, 4, 6. There's 6 defenders
so they picked the flag up. So no flag. Which is interesting. And Eben Whalen starts the offense for the Gardiner Tigers. No man up. We're even.
I thought it was a clean hit for what it's worth. It was a violent hit, but as in hockey, it happens.
There are violent hits that are clean. All right, turning to the net right there in front, an ice cream cone for Logan Cody.
That one, Chadwick just kind of threads the needle. Defense falling asleep because Cody's just standing there. And now 4 different players for Gardiner have a goal and assist.
4:02 the time of that goal. So a flurry here in the second period by Gardiner, and the lead's up to 7-2. And to say that Lawrence Winslow needs a goal would be an understatement. They need one badly.
Yeah, Chadwick, Nagy, and Elliott all have 2 goals and an assist, and now Cody's got a goal and an assist.
All right, off the draw, right on the edge of the circle there. Knocked up into the air and coming away with it for the Gardiner Tigers is Farias to Elliott. Elliott on cue right to Kristen, and Kristen is forced back there. Good check by Dawson Chapman. Boy, that pass hit him right in stride. Back in the game, Kristen, after getting his head knocked off. And now he will wait, and we've got a timeout. 7:31 to go in the first half. The Tigers on a roll. It's Gardiner 7, and Lawrence Winslow 2. This is boys high school lacrosse on the Score.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We will run! We will run! Ladies and gentlemen, the Monkey is prime!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's on!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah!
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School in Fairfield. It is 7-2.
Lawrence Winslow, like you said, scores on the opening goal, with the opening goal of the second quarter when they were up a man, picking up a penalty right at the end of the first quarter. It's 3-2. Next thing you know, in a blink of an eye, Gardiner turns on the offense, but yet again, like you said in the pregame, Mike, possession.
Possession, possession, possession. It's so important, especially here. Such a big deal.
And in lacrosse, big part of possession is ground balls. Got to be able to pick the ball up off the grass and get it into your offensive zone, and it's just an area Lawrence Winslow struggled.
All right, 7.5 to go in the second, 7-2, and Braden Elliott with it outside. Elliott has just scored 2, and then Cody scored. Inside, pass deflected off the stick there of Caleb Neal, and Lawrence Winslow up with it. But a stray ball all the way back in the Bulldog zone, and they have to retreat back there to get it. Is 13 Hunter Curtis. Now it's back to the goalkeeper Crowley, and Gardiner will reset.
Again, just a ground ball. Cannot pick it up in transition. Possession changes.
Midfield, it's swept back into the Lawrence zone and coming up with it there for the Bulldogs, and that was a little bit dangerous. Brett Lambert back to the goalkeeper York. You cringe a little bit when you see that. And the pass intended there for Lambert. That's not a good job at all. I think York has got to take more control of that, don't you?
Yeah, the Lawrence Winslow in the first quarter I don't think used York enough in the clear game. He's the extra guy. And there you get a kind of a long, wonky pass, and York didn't have to pass it. You can step up and move it when you get challenged.
Elliott to Dingwell. Dingwell went down to a knee. Dingwell can't get it. Fight for it there, a scrap for it. Coming away with it for Lawrence is Hillman. Hillman whacked from behind by Dingwell. Ball knocked out. Dingwell tries to get it. He gets whacked there by Hillman. Now Dingwell all the way to the back, able to stay in, and it's going to go to Lawrence.
Good pressure by Hillman initially, hand up by the ref, which I think was going to be a push. That was if the ball comes loose, and instead, trying to save it, Dingwell just throws it out the back end.
Yep, Lawrence Winslow with it, and now they play it to York, and Jake York has a chance to start things up here as that extra man that AJ references all the time.
Clear not set up very well by Lawrence Winslow.
Yeah, Neto not able to do anything with it. Here comes Gardiner. Flying down, the pass wide of Cody. Knocked on his keister there for the Tigers was Hanley, Joe Hanley, in a sophomore. Now they'll play it over to York. Davin Baldick did. And again, an errant pass.
That one's definitely on York.
And you give it away there, intended for Dawson Chapman.
Lawrence Winslow in their clear. So the way we learned in high school to set it up is you have 3 defensemen, and they create a line. They walk up with the goalie, and one runs up to the half midfield line. And wherever they set up on a corner, and then your midfields move through and out. And the problem is Lawrence Winslow's just kind of bogged down, so it's always traffic.
Elliott can't keep it in bounds. It bounced off him. And out, turnover, it goes to Lawrence Winslow, a rarity here for Gardiner in this game.
A break for the Outlaws, who desperately need to get the ball into their offensive zone.
All right, Neto will start it up for Lawrence Winslow. The Outlaws Neto rolls up. Neto beats his man, now slowed, and Neto backs it out. Neto out back. Laid it there for Garrett LeClaire. Now curling around McKenzie. Now back outside Neto. Neto forced out. Neto backs off. Neto checked. Good check there by Tibbetts. Neto laid it over for Colton Carter. Now they have a hard time with it. Behind the net, Liam Fortin trying to get it. A battle there behind the Gardiner net. Two players from each side, a real tussle. They stop play. They're going to give it to Gardiner.
No, Lawrence.
No,
Winslow.
it is? Okay.
That push on Gardiner.
All right, trying to go in front, and Fortin literally was held, and he got it away, and a shot bounced high. Might have been a stop there by Crowley, but Liam Fortin, who was a handful when he goes in front like that, powered his way in.
I think Crowley got just his foot on it.
All right, on the breakout, here's Logan Cody. Cody right side waiting for help. And he'll just hang on to it there, pushed by Lambert. Now tries to go to the net, now reverses as all the attack people come out. Gardiner over to Elliott.
Lawrence Winslow, I think, struggling kind of in their sets offensively, just not a lot of movement.
Elliott penetrates, goes right-handed, and a good low save made there by Jake York.
Nice. It was a nice adjustment. You saw Elliott was ready for the trail check, bought his stick in, freed himself, but again, York bested him on that one.
McKenzie beats Elliott. McKenzie to the middle, trying to find the cutter there. That was Drake Dumont, and it did not connect. It ends up in Crowley's basket. Crowley sends a man away down the right. That is Elijah Farias who picks it up. Farias lays it ahead for Nagy. Nagy splits a double team. Nagy right to the net, goes low, and somebody got a piece of that shot. He tried to go downstairs with a ground ball, and I believe Chapman disrupted that.
Yeah, again, the nice job, Lawrence. You don't want to say nice trail check constantly because it means you're getting beat, but at least they're recovering.
All right, Cody back out deep to Elliott. 7-2 Gardiner. 2:45 to play first half.
Gonna ISO again.
All right, Elliott being poked at by Chapman.
Gave it up. He had the ISO if he wanted it.
Over to Dingwell, over to Whalen, now back behind the net to Nagy. Now to the cutter, and Chapman tries to get a one-timer off, and he did not. Out of the stick and picked up by Chapman. Chapman lays it up. That's picked off by Gardner. Telegraph pass there. Evan Mishu saw that one coming all the way.
What is the number one rule in sports with a ball? Run to the passer.
Yes, Coach. Here's Dingwell, goes in, scores! That one bounced off the ground, off the crossbar, and it's 8-2.
Nice swim dodge there, and then a nice bouncer, as you said, buries it right underneath the crossbar. Give Chadwick his first goal.
Was that Chadwick? I thought it was Dingwell.
Play it one more time, double check here.
Let's take a look at the videotape.
Yeah, it was 29. That's Chadwick, okay. Right?
You are correct, sir. Owen Chadwick with the goal.
His first of the game. Tell you what, those clouds moved in and it got really comfortable.
Yeah, let's hope it's just clouds.
Yes.
And no precipitation comes from said clouds. Here's Colton Carter. It's 8-2. Gardiner's opened up a 6-goal lead. Carter outside for Garrett LeClaire. Well, Lawrence Winslow almost gave it away. Coming up with it is LeClaire.
Fortin has to touch the ball when you're on offense.
He's just not touching it enough. LeClaire. Now outside, it's Doug Hillman.
They're going to set up a play here as Hillman handles from the top of the box.
Hillman at the that is top of the box. Tries to turn it in. Lays it off to LeClaire. Bad passing, and it's a steal here, an easy one by Gardiner. They never got it to LeClaire, who was out back. I'm getting it to him every single time I've got the ball. Here's Farias. Farias flying up. Farias down low to Elliott. Elliott, as he turned to do something, either a pass or a shot, it flopped out of his stick, but it's picked up by Farias. Farias to Cody. Cody downstairs, and he missed.
That's a break, and like you said, Elliott dropped it himself. There, the check doesn't let the pass go all the way through. Cody picks it up, though, and just whiffs on the wide-open shot.
52 seconds left in the half. And Gardiner with it out back. Nagy going to the net. Whalen didn't connect. It's saved by Elliott. Clock now at 39. Elliott out deep. Defended by Chapman. Chapman takes a whack at it. Elliott over to Whalen. Whalen, that is to Nagy, not to Dingwell. Dingwell out back. Cody Dingwell. Drifts outside, 17 seconds left. Elliott spins in. Elliott knocked right down. Everything is clean, and the ball comes out, and it's picked up now by Colton Carter. And Lawrence will run out of clock here as time expires in the first half. So, after an early run in the second period that got Lawrence within 3-2, 5 straight goals scored by Gardiner. Nagy, Elliott twice, Cody, and Chadwick, and the Tigers have a 6-goal lead at halftime. Our score from the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School. Gardiner Tigers 8 and the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws 2. You are watching and listening to Boys High School Lacrosse on the Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
I'm Drew.
I'm Jeremy.
We are JDH3 Designs. We're a Maine family offering laser engraving of just about anything and custom apparel. We love to work with other local businesses as well as people within the community to bring your design ideas to life.
JDH3 Designs. Visit their website at jdh3designs.com and like them on Facebook. JDH3 Designs. They customize just about anything.
If you have been looking or wanting a complete heating, cooling, and plumbing contractor for residential or commercial all under one roof, Maine Preventative Maintenance is the only number you'll need. Maine Preventative Maintenance is also a registered and recommended heat pump installer with Efficiency of Maine. You may even be eligible for financing through Efficiency of Maine. Emergencies always happen at the most inconvenient times. Don't put it off any longer. Don't wait until something happens. Call Maine Preventative Maintenance today for peace of mind. Maine Preventative Maintenance, 465-4505, 465-4505.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Raising money for our cause, supporting our neighbors, helping to recognize those that should be recognized, providing educational opportunities, working together to make someone's day just a bit brighter. Our employees enjoy being a part of making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Savings Bank.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack of all trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder or a farmer or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Lawrence High School in Fairfield, the home of the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws. And today they are taking on the Gardiner Tigers. We are at halftime. Gardiner up here by a score of 8-2. The Tigers scored very early in this one. In the first minute, it was 51 seconds in when Cody Dingwell scored his first of two. From Asher Nagy was the assist, and it was 1-0 Gardiner. The Tigers eventually ran their lead up to 3-0 on more goals by Dingwell, one more by Dingwell. Then Asher Nagy scored to make it 3-0, and it looked as if Gardiner was going to run away and hide. But Jeremiah McKenzie got one back for the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws. He scored at 8:42. It was 3-1 at the end of one. In the second, Liam Fortin finally able to handle the ball, and Fortin, who, well, he did handle the ball on the goal by McKenzie. He set that goal up. He had the assist. But as far as a goal scorer is concerned, where he is really good, he was set up by Colby Neto, and at 26 seconds of the second period, it was 3-2, and it looked as if Gardiner really had a tiger by the tail, so to speak. And instead of Lawrence being able to get the equalizer, 5 straight goals scored by the Gardiner Tigers. Nagy, Elliott, Cody, and Chadwick, to get us where we are now with Gardiner on top by 6, 8-2.
Yeah, I thought Gardiner a little bit loose with the ball. I think you've seen that. Elliott, who has been so sure-sticked in the few games we've had him, has dropped a few. Lawrence Winslow, to their credit, even though they might not be winning necessarily individual matchups, has had some really nice trail checks. We've seen them bring a little bit of physicality as well, right, where we've seen some legal hits. Initially, the ref threw that one hit on Kristen. They waved that off. We saw Elliott get hit. I thought that actually might have been a cross check, but that one they let play on. And so they've been some physicality. The problem has been in any game, right, possession, it's a cliche, but possession is going to be a factor, especially if you're going against a potent offense. And Lawrence Winslow has struggled, I think, in every aspect of possession. They've struggled to clear the ball out of their defensive end. They've struggled in the middle of the field with ground balls, especially on faceoffs, even when they've won the faceoffs. And then on the offensive side, just kind of stagnant. But the biggest, unforgivable curse, if I may be, for Lawrence Winslow, number 10 has to touch the ball when you're on offense.
Yeah. I mean, even the most casual Lawrence observer would agree with you that he needs to touch the ball more. But you talk about problems in each zone. Defensive zone, getting the ball out. It's not been a strong half for York and getting the ball up to midfield. Anybody up there. Some bad passes, some lazy passes, and he hasn't made the quick decision to find somebody open and get the ball there with authority. Then in the offensive zone, just too careless with the ball when they do get a rare possession there, aside from not getting it to Fortin. They're not taking good care of the ball. And then when they do get in, they've made some passes that, well, we had that one pass down here, player was in the corner, I forget who it was for Lawrence, and threw a parachute right in front of the net. There was a man there, but he was double covered, and the goalie was there too. Yeah. So essentially, he was triple covered.
Kind of a panic throw, yeah. And that's one of the things when I was in high school, I was lucky enough to play with a kid who came from the East Coast, was very talented, went on to play collegiate lacrosse, and of course there were a ton of us who had never played the game before. And our offensive strategy every time was, his name was Zach. Zach's going to stand at X, which is behind the goal. We're going to get the ball down to him. We're going to make whatever substitutions we want, and then we're going to set up the offense. So that way your best player's handling the ball. He's a threat to go whenever he wanted to. He carried our team. He's super skilled. But more importantly, it's just that calming presence, because I think, like you said, Lawrence Winslow cut it to 3-2, and then Gardiner stepped on the gas again. All of a sudden it's 6, 7, 8-2. And then it felt like Lawrence Winslow got tight on the offensive side, and you can tell that, I think, by passes. They always tell you when you're passing the ball, aim for the corners. 2, 5, 7, and 11 o'clock. Those are your corners, right? High and low. And always you want to pass the outside hand because the defender's there, and we've seen passes inside, which they're not catching. It also lets the defender get a stick in there easier. And I think they just got tight after the lead ballooned again and just need to, I think, get it to Fortin and just take a breath.
Your point about getting Fortin at the X and getting him the ball at the X, I think, is job number one for the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws. Get him the ball on the X. Get your people set up at 2 o'clock, 5, whatever o'clock you said.
Well, that's for passes, but yeah, on the box.
Get them set up there and start some movement there. So Fortin either has the option to bully his way in front, and he plays bully ball as well as anybody, or find somebody open. All right, we're set to go. It's Kristen, it's Carter on the faceoff. 8-2, Gardiner in the lead. Popped ahead by Carter. Carter scoops.
Good ground ball.
Yep, excellent job there. Lost it. Now Carter. Farias defending him. Took a whack at him. A pick there from his teammate wearing number 13, Hunter Curtis. Doesn't have triskaidectophobia. Down low, a ground ball. That's in! Garrett LeClaire. Great shot by LeClaire. And it's 8-3.
Nice job by Neto. Beats this guy, avoids the trail check, and that's not an easy shot for LeClaire.
Sir.
That was a nice job. And again, you see, right, get a little stick fake, fakes it high, and then rolls it in low.
So at 25 seconds, Garrett LeClaire scores from very close and from a wicked angle, and it's 8-3. So Lawrence needed to score first. They do. 25 seconds in. And it was all because of Carter's play on the faceoff. That ball loose. And it's picked up now by Aiden Parody. Parody, long stick, lays it off. It's out of his stick. It's picked up, worked back. Now Logan Cody comes away with it.
And again, I thought Kristen, I don't want to take anything from Kristen. I think he's a good face-off guy for Gardiner, but I thought Lawrence Winslow had an advantage on the face-offs. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but I feel like Carter has won more than he's lost. The problem has been if you win the face-off, you don't get the ground ball, it doesn't matter. It's like winning the hockey face-off, but it ends up on the stick of the opponent.
Whalen. Eben Whalen circles around to the right. That's Nagy's spot. Now cutting Cody. Ball is missed. Loose. Lawrence. A loose ball there. Looks like Neto might have come away with it.
Go to York.
Didn't go to York. They didn't listen to you. They go to Carter instead. Carter able to come up with it left-handed. Carter. Works the pass to the middle.
Good track.
That's Davin Baldick, but it's taken away from him. That's Braden Elliott. Elliott sideline. Elliott trying to keep it in, can't.
Yeah, very important for those unfamiliar with the game of lacrosse. So around the goal for lacrosse, same as hockey, there's a crease, and the goalie has 4 seconds with the ball before he has to leave. So normally during clears, you can get it to him and settle things down.
Here's Neto. Neto to the nets. No way that had a chance to get completed to Dumont.
And I think Neto with that space, you'd like to see him maybe push that a little bit more.
Farias, speaking of pushing it, Farias had it knocked out of his stick by Chapman. Farias gets it back. Elijah Farias, he got whacked.
Yeah,
you could hear that one back here. The whack by Drake Dumont.
Legal check.
All right, Gardiner will slow her down and set it up. 8-3, the Tigers in the lead. Dingwell comes off the bench. Chadwick comes off the bench. Whalen does too. Whalen's got it now. Whalen dodges a defender and wide of the goalkeeper, York.
And that's it again, Mike, right? So you get a kind of an unforced error where Gardiner doesn't get any offense. Lawrence Winslow comes down and sort of transition, and you immediately turn it over. Chance to string together goals, and now Gardiner has a chance to get that one back.
Elliott. Elliott forced wide by Chapman. Chapman's a pretty good defender. Going to the net. Dingwell shoots, and it's wide. I think York did get a piece of that.
I think he did. I think he got it down low.
Whalen, sidewinder, and a wicked shot by Eben Whalen. It's 9-3, and a great angle on that with our cameraman, Galen Neal. Outstanding. You had a great view of what was there to shoot at. It wasn't much, but Whalen hit the target.
Yeah, York not going to be happy with himself because Whalen dropped his hands down so he could get it around the defender, but beat him pipe side, and you're going to try and close most of that off.
So Lawrence Winslow still not able to string together back-to-back goals. They've got 3 singles, and Gardiner has answered every one of them.
Yeah, and yet again, like you said, the chance in here to get a quick shoe tie, but had it. You had a chance to get to. It was 8-3. You had the ball in the offensive zone on transition. Throw it away.
All right, Carter, Christian, ready to battle. Carter needs a dressing room here.
He does.
He's all set to go. Shoe tie, gloves. He was like Nomar Garcia Pera there in the batter's box back in 1998, for God's sakes. All right, ball loose. Nice scoop there on the play by Gardiner. That was scooped up by Dominic Weber, a freshman just in.
Yeah, nice job. Again, Kristen, we've seen both of them do it. Kristen wins that faceoff, but Carter does a nice job sticking with it so he doesn't win it clean. Long stick midi, uses that 6-foot pole and is able to pull it out and get him on offense.
All right, here's Dingwell drifting down the left side. Cody's got a couple. Dingwell drifts it out back. Right to the net. Now works it over to the near side. Pushed out of there by Neto. Reverses. Dingwell down low to Asher. Asher Nagy, and the pass to Cody, and Cody's shot is wide.
That was a nice play. I don't know how he got that to Cody in tight, and Cody goes wide, but that was a nice execution there. Lawrence Winslow just still losing cutters.
Yeah, Asher Nagy with a very, very sweet pass in close quarters. 8:16 to go into third. It's 9-3 Gardiner.
Elliott got it behind the cage.
All right, Elliott looking it over. Elliott takes it to the front. Elliott to the cutter. That's Cody, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up now by Lawrence.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Cody. I'm trying to see here on the replay if he got a shot off. I think he did, and then I think he stepped in the crease, and that's what you're going to get the whistle for.
All right, so Davin Baldick got it to York. York gets it up now to Dumont. Dumont knocked out of his basket there by Farias. Ball loose. Coming away with it now is Cody. Another giveaway by Lawrence Winslow. Logan Cody waiting for help. Checked by Chapman. Rolls away from it. Now Cody takes it all the way to the goal line. Ball knocked away. Loose there. Coming up with it, Nagy. Asher comes around near side.
Yeah, Chadwick was looking for the...
Right in front, a drive by Chadwick, and he got it. Score, it's 10-3.
Give Nagy another assist, as that was a laser. Let's say on that back behind the play, I think Lawrence Winslow was looking more for contact than the ground ball. Nagy kind of shrugs it off, gets the ground ball, and then picks up the assist.
So Chadwick from Nagy at 4:44 to make it 10-3.
Give Chadwick his second goal. Now 4 different Gardiner Tigers have 2 goals.
They have spread the wealth. A lot of depth up front for this team, and we've seen it all here in this game so far. There's a check in open field there by Aiden Parody. Slowed down the Lawrence Winslow player for a moment. That's Carter. Carter, they got it to Fortin on the X. How about that?
Good start.
Liam Fortin finally has it. Not much movement. Fortin laid it back to Curtis. Now to McKenzie. Now to Carter. Carter on the perimeter to Garrett LeClaire. He's got a goal. LeClaire back to Carter.
There's not any movement. They're looking like they're looking for cutters, but nobody's cutting.
Fortin comes out to the goal line. Now backs it out. Nobody doing anything. A lot of standing around watching. Liam Fortin stick handles. Looking. A pass is deflected and really not much of a chance to be completed to Carter, and it's stolen away there by Parody.
Yeah, nice job. Chris was just watching Fortin's eyes, and I think it was pretty obvious what they were trying to do. You're standing at X and looking to pass.
All right, Cody got it ahead now to Parody. Shot right in front by Asher Nagy, and he scores. So a quick change of possession after the pass by Fortin was picked off, and another tic-tac-toe kind of goal for Gardiner, and they lead at 11-3.
That transition again, Nagy picks up his hattie, and it comes off the assist from Elliott as they just, you draw the defender and kick it to the open guy.
So after the LeClaire goal by Lawrence Winslow, 3 straight now by Gardiner. Goals by Whalen, Chadwick, and Nagy.
That's how it's gone. It feels like they've traded 1 for 3 most of the time.
Yeah, that's how it's gone. All right, off the scoop here, Kristen. Zach pushed. Carter knocked him out of bounds. And they say that was legal, and it will be a Lawrence Winslow ball. I am sorry, Lawrence Winslow fans. I do not have a number 19 on my roster, so I don't know who that is.
We'll find out one day.
Yeah, we'll find out after the game. That ball's out. And it'll be a Gardiner ball. It'll be Evan Mishu deep in his own zone. 5:28 left in the third. It's 11-3 Tigers. Jack Crocier on the field for Gardiner, wearing number 40. He's a defenseman. Going to bring it back up field to Cody on the restart. Cody right in front of us.
And see, that's an area I think where you see the inexperience, because with Cody starting on his defensive zone, the attackman should be up there trying to at least make it more difficult.
Cody takes it right to the net, lobs it in front right there, and fanning on that shot was Chadwick.
Not going to get a better look than that.
Yep, Chadwick did hustle, get it back. Chadwick on the side. That's Dingwell, I believe. His shot. Did York save it, or did it go in? No, it went in. He got a piece of it, but it went in.
Yeah, that one, I think he cheated the angle a little bit, unhappy with himself because he had his stick down, but he didn't have it flat, and I think it deflected in. So Dingwell picks up his hattie off the Chadwick assist.
Time of the goal, 6:58, and it's 12-3. Gardiner has scored 4 straight now since the Lawrence goal by LeClaire.
I think that's at least the second, might be the third one York has gotten a piece of but hasn't been able to keep out of the cage.
All right, off the draw, we got a major scrum there. Jacob Bragg took the draw, and he ends up with the ball.
Yeah, he beat him initially, and then realizing it, nice job by Lawrence Winslow, as we're going to get a timeout, I think, on the push to get the ball, but nobody got the ground ball.
Yeah, so Bragg ended up with the ball, and that's the whole point of the matter for sure. 4:51 to go in the third. Gardiner in control. It's the Tigers 12 and Lawrence Winslow, 3 year watching and listening to boys high school lacrosse on the Score.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew. Tyler Rigney trying to stay awake over there, running stats for us. And Galen Neal, is he awake? Yes, Galen is awake too. The fellas are awake. He's got my duct tape right to his left.
I was going to tell you, if he's not awake, I'm going to find a use for that duct tape to keep him awake.
Yeah.
Right on the eyelids.
Once again, he showed up here to work today without his own roll of duct tape, which I gave him.
Generously.
And he had to, he comes over and asks me if he can use my duct tape, and he's not even like sheepish about it. He comes over here kind of strutting, and wants my duct tape. And I'm like, dude, what is it going to take for you to remember that freaking duct tape? He just can't seem to get it through these kids. I swear to God, these kids, these millennials, basically useless.
I take offense.
I'm kidding.
I take offense.
I kid because I love Galen. Come on now, you know that.
It's the only way he's going to remember.
I know. I treat my cat the same way. When she does something wrong, I try to shame her verbally. All right.
Cats are unshameable.
I know.
They know what they do. And they're proud of it.
My beagle back in the day, on the other hand, you could tell just by ear placement, all right, how she was feeling about things.
Yeah.
All right, back it goes to Eben Whalen after the timeout, 12-3. Gardiner in control. Whalen drifting outside. Nagy, look at that, a 360. Nagy knocked out of the stick. Chapman playing good defense. Nagy comes back with it. Now to Whalen. To the top to Dingwell. Good ball movement here. Down low. Elliott to the net. The shot, score! More tic-tac-toe by Coney. It's Neal scoring, and it's 13-3.
That's the 13th goal, and that is the 9th assist on those 13 goals. Elliott's got 3 assists. Nagy and Cody have a pair.
So Neal gets on the board. And Gardner with a 10-goal lead. Time of the goal, 8:05. 13-3 Tigers. Colton, Carter, and Zach Kristen on the faceoff. Kristen flipped it up. It's picked up by Lawrence Winslow. Wrong towns. Got to get that right. It is Hillman. Doug Hillman trying to make a move. Flips it in front. Easily picked off there by the goaltender Crowell.
Just another
take it out back.
Pass.
Yeah, take it out back.
And again, it's sort of in hockey you can do that because you can get deflections. Lacrosse, a little bit less so. You can't just fling it to the crease.
Yeah. Again, take it to the back. Go to the X. Go to the net. Nagy. Nagy shoots, and Nagy scores. Asher Nagy could be in the driver's seat to win our Score Player of the Game.
That one, nice job switching to his left hand to increase his angle there, but still a tough shot, and York not hugging the pipe quite close enough. And again, just unsettled. Lawrence Winslow, correct me if I'm wrong, he's starting to look a little gassed.
They are. I think some of the air is out of the balloon. 14-3. And that score player of the game, by the way, gets the bag of swag, the bag from Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Your future begins here. And that bag of swag, the swag is some delicious prime beverage from Valley Beverage of Lewiston, our score player of the game keychain, and a score T-shirt.
Okay. Give it to Fortin. Give it to
Carter instead shoots, and he's way wide.
I'm okay with that shot, but I think initially he had a chance there to give it to Fortin and let him work under GLE, basically, and force his way back in front of the goal.
Garrett LeClaire, 3 minutes to go. Couple of head fakes. Over on the sideline to Landon Parker. Parker back to McKenzie. McKenzie now to Colton Carter. Now to McKenzie. He's got one of the goals. To the side, LeClaire. Now to McKenzie. Meanwhile, Fortin just meandering behind the nets. There's a low drive. It's wide, and Fortin will touch up.
That's
apparently the only way he's going to get the ball.
That's just not a good shot either from that far out.
If I'm Fortin, I am just ramming my way right to the front of the net. I don't care.
We've seen him do it before. I'm surprised he's not. I wonder.
Just do it.
Draws the double. Again, the Lawrence was just standing around. He draws a double. There's got to be
somebody's got to get open.
Yep.
Now Fortin to the point.
Fortin has a small stick, a short stick. There's the word. Short stick defender on him. He has to get it back. It's a mismatch.
Carter. Sideline. Carter to Fortin. Fortin looked like he was going to play some bully ball. Gets a shot away, and it's wide. At least he got a shot.
Give Crowley a save on that one. I think he pushed it high. It's still, Gardiner did not switch here during this dead ball, so I think short stick still marking up Fortin. Again, that's a mismatch. He's an attackman. Normally gets the long pole.
Parker. Back to LeClaire. LeClaire now to McKenzie. McKenzie defended smartly there by Chase Canaris. Now Fortner, grounder, attempted one, and boy, Farias got that right in a really sensitive area, I think.
He's slow to get back, understandably.
In response, Kristen. Up to Elliott. Elliott to Cody, and a shot point blank. That might have gotten pipe, or York got a piece of it, one or the other.
I think York got that, and I think that was a hell of a save.
Right on goal there was Remington Lamoureux, and in my next life, I said this last time, I want my name to be Remington.
I mean, we've seen Gardiner wear out that kind of passing all night. York with a nice adjustment makes the save.
All right, 30 seconds left. Eben Whalen with it. Gardiner leading here 14-3. Now Dingwell. Down low to Cody. Cody out back. On the other side, we're down to 15. Elliott in front, and the shot is a goal by Remington Lamoureux.
I don't know how they got that through. Cody fit that through not only just the goalie stick, a defender, and that point blank, there's nothing York can do. Give Cody his third assist.
So Lamoureux scores 15-3.
That's also the 8th Gardiner Tiger to score. We got a timeout here.
6.8 seconds left in the third. Tigers up by 12. It's Gardiner 15, Lawrence Winslow 3. More in a moment on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School. Baseball tomorrow on the Score. MCI at Erskine Academy. We'll be out in beautiful downtown South China. Game time, 4 o'clock here on the Score. That's 4 o'clock. And then Friday, we have a day off on Thursday. Our game scheduled Thursday is not being played, and there's nothing else going on other than that originally. So we are headed to Waterville on Friday. Waterville and Winslow softball at 4 o'clock on the Score.
Battle of the Bridge.
Yep.
Very important, Mike. Speaking of having our day off Thursday, I just want to take that time to remind you that this would be a day off on Thursday before Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
Just so you know.
I got you.
I'm just making sure.
All right. I know. And I'm taking Friday morning off from opening drive.
You're having a 5-day weekend.
Right. We got a game Friday afternoon, and I'm working a wedding Saturday. So.
Oh, okay.
But it's fun work, that's for sure. And that's the end of the period. We go to the fourth, and Gardiner in complete control. The Tigers 15 and Lawrence Winslow 3. The fourth quarter next. This is high school lacrosse on the Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
We have created our own drink company. The fastest growing sports drink in history.
We won't cry! We won't cry!
Ladies and gentlemen, we go.
The monkey has pride!
This season, we are hydrated. The official sports drink of the UFC. It's time!
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Distributed by Valley Beverage of Lewiston.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, back here live at Lawrence High School. We get ready to go to the fourth, and you just noticed a lineup, not a change, but a movement.
Yeah, Fortin has moved into the midfield. You're going to see him right there on the right wing coming to our shot.
Yep, he's playing midi at number 10.
I think last game we were here against Camden Hills, he actually took a face-off and won one.
Yeah. So down 15-3, and there's a rifle shot there by McKenzie, and it's 15-4.
That's actually Neto.
Was it?
Yeah, he came off the wing.
So Colby Neto, my bad. Colby Neto with the goal.
Came off the wing and dropped that one bottom shelf.
Man, that was a wicked, wicked shot by Neto. Apologies on mixing up 2 and 7. So Neto scores, and it's 15-4. They're running a running clock, by the way.
What was it, 12, I think, is the initial deficit? I think that's what that timeout was.
Right, but I do think they discussed it.
Yeah.
So Neto gets on the board, and the faceoff won by Carter. Colton Carter, and Fortin still up. Playing midi. Carter to the net and missed badly. That shot wasn't close. Peter Doobie, a freshman there, the defender, number 43, as Casey Johnson gets some of his troops in the game, and Wade Carter doing the same for Lawrence Winslow.
For Carter, I have no problem with face-off guys taking shots like that. The guy's on his outside, so you can't change, or in his inside, so you can't change the inside hand. But the problem with that is you shoot, you better make sure it's on because you saw what happens. Goes by the cage, the goalie gets the backup, change of possession.
All right, Fortin makes a play there, stole it from Dingwell. All right, Fortin. Taking it down.
Lost it out of his stick.
Yep, came out of the stick. Right there, McKenzie. And McKenzie shooting left-handed missed and touching up. Let's see. It's going to go to Gardiner.
Yeah, Crowley there did a nice job waiting as opposed to trying to scoop there and turning over. Sort of got ready to box out. It rolled over the end line. Of course, he was closest.
All right, deep pass, midfield. Dingwell did slow it down, and he can't get it, though. And picking it up now for Lawrence Winslow, Drake Dumont. Dumont, right side. Dumont was ready to line her up, and he lost an edge. Blew a tire right there. All right, Doobie up to midfield. Here comes Gardner. Good trail check there. Did I describe that correctly?
Yes.
Good trail check there on the play by Brett Lambert. Briefly slowing down Gardner. It's Lamoureux who just scored. Now to Braden Elliott.
You see, again, a veteran player, even as a sophomore, but experience, recognizes we don't have a box touch. We don't want to give it up over basically shot clock expiration, to explain it in layman terms, and touches up and then resets, lets the subs get in.
Whalen's got it outside now. 9:05 left. 15-4 Gardner. Out back of the net, Cody to Braden Elliott. Elliott making a move, goes in front. A grounder is wide.
Again, and talk about good players learn. Again, you saw it there. He in the first quarter, he was dropping that stick back to get ready to shoot. Got trail checked twice there. He's expecting it, wraps it into his body, and frees his hands.
Cody, a circle route. Cody goes in front, wide open for Dingwell, and he scores.
Just how you draw it up.
So Cody Dingwell makes it 16-4.
Dingwell's fourth. Also, Cody's fourth assist.
So we're going to have to get the score calculator out when it comes to the score player of the game and start tallying up because a lot of people got a lot of points.
Yeah, so lead for Gardner. Dingwell, that gives him 5 total points. Elliott has 5. Cody has 5 total points. But currently with 6 total points is Asher Nagy.
Asher Nagy, still the clubhouse leader.
And a player we've seen a lot this season.
Yep. We have seen him in many sports. Play football, play basketball or hockey? Basketball.
Hockey. He was
hockey?
He was a hockey.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a
hockey player,
forward, I believe.
Yes.
For the WGW team.
Yes.
Obviously.
All right, Elliott back out deep. That is Dingwell.
And Lawrence Winslow won there. And then a nice ride by Cody. And instead of trying to pass or to void, Dumont kind of just decided they was going to clash bodies with him and dropped it.
Dingwell to the right. Dingwell works it out back to Cody. Logan Cody. Fakes one way, goes the other. Right there at the point, pass missed.
That Dingwell.
Lamoureux or Dingwell could not come up with it. Now over to Whalen.
Pace, that was going to be copy repeat right there.
Yep.
Copy paste, excuse me.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah, I knew you did.
Whalen, I know you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, out back Cody. Logan Cody, 6:50 in the fourth remaining. Gardner up 16-4. Cody spins. Cody out front, and Dingwell has to run it down. Logan Cote to Cody Dingwell. Dingwell to the right, defended by LeClaire, beat him. Little lob pass inside Lamoureux, changed his hands, and he missed.
I don't mind. That's, again, a good I don't mind the changing hands, right, because you're falling that way. Normally, what you'll see with lacrosse players, one of the issues they run into, and most of us are right-handed, is they're just not comfortable working with their left.
Cody, right there, side of that. Braden Elliott buries it.
To steal a phrase, ice cream.
That was an ice cream cone right there with Jimmy's on it for Braden Elliott.
That's Elliott. Give him a hat trick. Third Gardner Tiger with a hat trick. Also, Cody's fifth assist.
Since you've come to Maine, have you and Ashley had an ice cream with Jimmy's on it?
I don't believe so.
You got to do that. All right. Have you been to Martin's yet?
Yeah, I've been to Martin's.
All right. You've had plenty of seafood. I know that.
I went. Yeah. Oh yeah. I went hunting for when I first moved here. I went hunting for a microwave at Martin's.
Yeah, it's a good place to go, man.
Was not lucky that
My
day.
crock pot that I got from Martin's is one of the greatest things I've ever purchased there.
Now, let's be honest. Crock pots are just a great invention. As one comedian once said, there's nothing wrong with a food invention you can forget about, and the food comes out better.
No kidding. I'm telling you, I have become a chili or beef stew guru, man.
We actually, what we like to do, and I because we live in apartments, so grilling's a lot harder for us. You start the ribs in there.
Oh, yeah. My daughter's doing that all the time.
And then you finish them.
They get every grill known to man, and she still makes them in the crock pot.
They get so tender, and then you just finish them up in the oven for a little crisp.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. She's been doing pulled pork. I'm going to try that. Look out. Here's Braden Elliott really close. Lost it, though, and it's picked up. Nice twirl there by McKenzie.
Yeah, nice ground ball, McKenzie, set up by the trail check there.
McKenzie got belted by Cody, kept the ball, lobbed it up to no one in particular, and picking it up now is Joe Handley for Gardiner. Down to 4:20 to go. Midfield, Lawrence Winslow coming away with it. Colton Carter. Carter trying to lean in.
It's one way to create separation, I suppose.
Now to McKenzie. McKenzie fakes one way, goes the other. McKenzie in front, and that pass really high there for the intended receiver, Hunter Curtis.
That was a really nice move. Set him up.
All right, a tussle for it on the sideline. Curtis comes out with it. Curtis got it away to Parker. Parker got whacked at, then got pushed. Gardner player gets pushed down. Tigers come away with it, and we'll get a restart here in favor of Gardner.
I think it's Lawrence Winslow, actually. The Gardner player, I think, tripped over his own players. Oh, no, you're correct. Sorry. Yeah, it was a push. I think it was not aided. I think the Gardner player kind of got high load by his own teammate's stick.
All right, they'll restart it right there. Joe Handley up to midfield. Good move to the outside, Farias. Farias laid it in, looking for the big guy there, Jack Crochet, and the pass errant, picked up by York. Long stick of Davin Baldick. Pass to no one, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It was intended for Lambert.
Yeah, rough pass. But the problem that pass was rough is because Elliott was right there, just missed it. He catches that, it's going the other way for a goal.
Cody with 2:40 left. Gardner 17. Lawrence 4. Cody drifts back. Cody trying to go on Lambert. Lambert with a push, stayed with him. Looped over to Elliott. Looks like they're just playing a game of keep away now. Neal.
And Gardner, the starting attack is basically still out there, but I think they're letting the midfield unit, which is mostly their backup midfield unit, run for themselves.
This is Chadwick. Chadwick, nice dodge. Chadwick knocked out, though, after the dodge. And the loose ball picked up by Drake Dumont.
Yeah, I think if this wasn't a 17-4 game, that was a flag.
Probably. Up to Fortin. Fortin makes his move. Fortin drives to the net. Fortin shoots and scores. He ran right by Peter Doobie. And Liam Fortin has scored, and it's 17-5.
Also worth noting, that is not Crowley anymore.
Yeah, that is worthy of noting.
Did not see the sub. I might have came during a timeout, but just FYI.
Yeah, and I can't even begin to see what number that is.
I think it's 33, I think is what it was on the replay.
So it's Austin Crowley.
Oh, hey, brothers.
Yeah. That's cool. So Crowley for Crowley.
You don't normally see. Usually, I mean, we have a lot of brothers here.
Sure.
Normally, don't play the same position.
Right, especially goalie. Yeah. You think one would be a shooter and one would be a goalie. It's just like the Coots girls. One's a pitcher, one's a catcher, you know?
Yeah, right. Well, that's my favorite thing about the Alcorn brothers on Coney's baseball team. Or, excuse me, Messalonski's baseball team.
The Acorns, yes.
Acorns, excuse me.
Yep, Michael and Sean. Michael, the catcher,
Who's
senior.
having a good season.
Yep. And Sean, his brother, is a real good-looking young player for that Meso team.
Just a freshman.
Meso and Skowhegan play on Friday, by the way. That should be interesting.
That should be a good game.
All right, spinning. It's Cody. Cody with 40 seconds to go. Over on the far side, Farias. Or check that, that's Chadwick.
Messo's going to want some revenge for not playing very well when they had Skowhegan earlier in the season.
Yeah, they got drilled. There's a low one, and York with a save.
I think it actually hit the post on the outside because York looked like wasn't necessarily sure what it was.
All right, Fortin with 18 seconds left and a stop, and they're going to give it back to Gardiner.
I'm going to guess Ward.
Led with that forearm shiver, so Fortin will not have a final opportunity to score and get a hat trick, and that is going to run the clock out. And the Gardiner Tigers have come to Fairfield and taken care of business. The final score here tonight, the Gardiner Tigers 17 and the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws 5. We will come back with a summary of the scoring and our score player of the game. It's next on The Score.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School as the Gardiner Tigers have just finished a resounding victory over the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws, 17-5. Consistency for the Tigers. They got 8 in the first half. They scored 9 in the second half.
And again, I think Lawrence Winslow had a couple opportunities to make it interesting. We saw him cut it to 3-2. I think they opened up the second quarter. That was on the goal from the second quarter, as you see the second half highlights for those watching our video stream. And then they scored that other goal. I think it was at the beginning of the third quarter. They get the ball down, and at that point, I think it was just, I want to say 8-3. Had a chance, maybe cut it 8-4, see if you can build some momentum, and then they don't do anything. They turn that over, and next thing you know, Gardiner rattles off, I think, like 3 goals.
Actually, it was more than that. So LeClaire scored to make it 8-3. Then Whalen, Chadwick, Nagy, Dingle, and Neal, and then Nagy and Lamoureux. So it was 8-3, 7 straight goals scored by Gardiner, and that was a knockout punch times 7.
Yeah, and I think there are elements here. I thought Lawrence Winslow, held their own on the face-off game. Just really struggled, I thought, in the first half with clears. In the second half, again, I think ground balls really plagued them. And Gardiner, I think after they built that big lead, right, was content to kind of take the air out of the ball. And I think you saw Lawrence Winslow not only kind of have the air taken out of them, it's not a huge roster. I think kind of got gassed a little bit because this Gardiner team, especially when it gets rolling, and you're running, chasing all those offensive players.
Well, for Gardiner, a clear advantage, obviously, in numbers and depth, but in talent and skill. And they've got 4 or 5 attack people with short sticks who are all really good goal scorers, really know what to do, driven by Elliott. And today was Asher's day. Asher Nagy in the spotlight today. He's our score player of the game with 6 points on the day, 4 goals and 2 assists. So Asher, congratulations to Asher Nagy. He was the guy here today who was set up and was in prime position, but we saw Elliott again do Elliott things. He's a marvelous offensive player. There's absolutely no weakness in his game.
Yeah, just to reiterate the point scoring, so Nagy finished with a game-high 6 points. Cody also finished with 6 points, 1 goal, 5 assists. Yeah. Dingwell had 5 points, 4 goals, and an assist. Elliott finished with 6 points as well, 3 goals, 3 assists, so a hat trick either side. And then just to display the depth, 3, 5, 8 different players scored a goal, and 5 of them for Gardiner scored at least 1 goal and 1 assist. So they just, I think it was on full display. In fact, of those 5, all of them had at least 3 points, actually. So at least a combination of 3 goals and an assist. But the depth was on full display here, and I think they were able to do what they wanted to do. They're really comfortable with their top 6, as you alluded to, that first midfield unit of Whalen, Chadwick, and Dingwell to go along with Cody, Nagy, and Elliott on attack. I think teams that have been able to get the best of them are able to slow that down. Winning faceoffs a big part of it, but Lawrence Winslow, I think, just struggled, in a lot of technical aspects or skill aspects in terms of passing, clearing, ground balls, which you just razor-thin margin, I think, against a team this good.
Still a lot of learning going on as far as Lawrence and Winslow is concerned. Aside from what might be a talent gap, they're still learning how to play the game, and it showed here today. So, Asher Nagy, congratulations, our score player of the game, gets the score bag of swag from Central Maine Community College, Prime Beverage from Valley Beverage of Lewiston, the score player of the game keychain, and a score t-shirt. Tomorrow, baseball. We're in South China, Erskine Academy, taking on the MCI Huskies. Tomorrow, game time is 4 o'clock. Live video and audio, as usual, at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, on our YouTube channel, at Central Maine Sports. Remember, every game we ever do, always in the vault, at centralmainsports.com. Absolutely open and free for you, and games always on YouTube as well. So please go to YouTube at Central Maine Sports and subscribe. So for Tyler Rigney and for Galen Neal and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from the David Martin Athletic Complex here at Lawrence High School. Final score in this one, the Gardiner Tigers 17 and the Lawrence Winslow Outlaws 5.
You've been listening to another high school sports presentation on The Score, supported by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Valley Beverage, Maine Preventative Maintenance, the Harry J. Smith Company, SBS Carbon Copy, JDH3 Design, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste. Stay tuned for a lot more live video and audio of high school baseball, softball, and girls and boys high school lacrosse. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. You found the place for local sports. Sports Radio 1160, The Score.